Hello everyone, my name is Tausif Yamur, and today I will be explaining what is HTML, purpose of HTML, and history of HTML in my individual presentation. So the overview for this presentation is history of HTML, purpose of HTML, importance of HTML, how does HTML work, what does HTML look like. I will also give explanations with images to make it understand for you to better. So our first topic is the history of HTML. So we will first start with the creation of HTML. So the creator of HTML, also known as the inventor of HTML, is Tim Berners-Lee. Tim Berners-Lee is the inventor of HTML and inventor of the World Wide Web. So Tim Berners-Lee, as you can also see his picture in here, it, had a had a thing, had a mission. His mission was using a system to share information over the internet by using hypertext. So his work started in late 80s and finished in the early 90s. He used hypertext to share information via internet, via web pages. By 91, he developed the first version of HTML alongside with first World Wide Web server, actually. Eventually, HTML became public, and now everyone can use HTML to create websites and share information over the internet. The latest version of HTML today is 5.0 and it is still evolving. HTML in everyday use. So we will first give the definition of HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is a standard language for creating web pages because it is the foundation to create web pages. It's the first step of creating web page. So what is the role of HTML? The role of HTML is to structure and define the content of a web page by using structures like text, images, links, and multimedia. And here is also an example, what does the HTML code look like? So as you can also see here, we used headings and paragraphs here. So let's explain why HTML is important. Please observe the images that I put in this slide. The first image says HTML creates the structure. And the second one says HTML is the skeleton of a body when you think websites as a human body. So this means HTML is the basis for creating a web page. So that's what makes HTML important. Now I will explain why HTML is important with several explanations. First one is it provides structure. It organizes content like text, images, links, and multimedia for browsers to display. Second, it works everywhere because HTML is universal language for all websites and it is accessible from all over the world because HTML supports all devices and all browsers. And the third one and the last one is it's connecting pages. By how? Because HTML makes it easy to uh, link and share information across the web. Let's explain how does HTML work. First, the developer writes content using HTML text. For example, in a text editor or a notepad. After that, editor saves the file with a HTML extension, .html extension. Second, when the file is opened in a browser, browser reads the HTML code. And third, step is the browser interprets the text to determine the structure and elements of a page, such as headings and paragraphs. You can also see these tags in this image. We have head text, title heads, and paragraph text here. And browser reads these contents that we put in this text editor and make it visual to users to read. HTML in action. Let's see a basic example. Please look at the image that I put on the left. So the left side is the text editor and the right side is a web page. So we first write the document in a text editor. Uh, you write it, this is the heading, this is the paragraph, and we give a link in this document. The right side is the visually appearance of a HTML text in a web browser. As you can also see, it says this is a heading, this is a paragraph, and a link. We write these in the left side in a text editor. I also did an example of a website that I created in Notepad, but PowerPoint slideshows don't let me to open links while recording. Conclusion: HTML is the foundation for creating web pages. It's a great way to enter, great way to start because it's very easy to learn. Even if I was able to create a web page using HTML, this means everyone can do because I have no experience in web development. These are the content that I used in my presentation. Thank you for listening to me.